EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From TPC Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee, live second-round coverage of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Our leader is indeed our featured golfer. It has been a textbook performance to this point. Let's get right into the action, starting with the par 3 14th. Oh, what a putt there, right down Beale Street, and that is in for a birdie. This 15th hole at 395 yards is not overly long, but there's plenty that catches your eye. Obviously, it's tree line, and then it moves to the left with that dog leg. So you have to put your shot in the right spot, and then that approach shot, when you're coming over a creek, and you can see all those bunkers guarding the green. This is a hole that demands clear thinking and accurate play. Yeah, went with the iron there, trying to dial back a bit with that stiff right to left breeze. That turns out to be the right play. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
Looking at 104 yards to the front, 105 to the hole. Have to calculate the wind coming from right to left.
That one needed a little bit more. It's going to come back and come to rest just off the front edge of the green. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
And that in safely for his par as he'll remain at 9 under. We begin our finishing stretch with the second and final par 5 at TPC Southwind, 530-yard, 16th hole. It is gettable in 2. Expect birdie here, and an eagle is definitely in the cards. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here from the fairway. Let's go to Nota.
Big tee shot here at the 16th. Now trying to get this ball close to the widest section of the green, sitting in the back.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. That's a birdie here at 16, and he moves to 21 under par. The 17th is a beast at a full 505 yards. Just about everyone will wind up short of the creek with their drives, but there is water there to keep you honest. Then what's required is a long, accurate approach into this green that's surrounded by a total of 5 bunkers left and right.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder, how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
He's hoping here to at least get this to tap-in range, but it is for birdie. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Well, we've seen through the years with tournaments here at TPC Southwind that a lot can happen here at this par 4 18. It's pretty to look at, it's harder to play, and you can make a mess if you're not careful and walk away really disappointed because of all that water that comes into play on not only the drive, but on the second shot. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Ball in the fairway on the finishing hole is a great first step, but still got to take on the water and control your distance to take advantage of that tee shot.
That's a head stretcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Chance now for another birdie. Speed here. Are you kidding? That is exceptional from that distance. That is worth wow. So he'll finish up there. It's a par here at 18. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead. EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Memphis, Tennessee and TPC Southwind, it's the third round of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. Now this is his second to the par 4 from just off the fairway.
A little unlucky there. That ball landed very close to the flag, but look how far it's gone on.
Iona's down there. She's had a good look. This for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take that in.
Oh, my goodness. That is not fair at all. What a putt from that distance. That did everything but get in the hole. Okay, that's in for par here at the first. And he's going to remain at minus 21. Moving now to the second, 401-yard par 4. Dogleg to the right this time. Bunkers on the left. Some players, though, will take the dogleg completely out of play by cutting the corner. That one looking a little right.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
So from the rough, here's his second at 2. Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll stay right where he is. Up next, the first of only 2 par 5s at TPC Southwind, 554-yard third hole. It's almost dead straight with a lake in the middle of the fairway that comes into play on the second shot. You can get home in 2, but the green is guarded by water on the right and bunkers on the left. That's trouble. That is not going to slow down. It runs right out of the fairway and into the water. So he'll take the drop and now go about trying to somehow save par. And this will be his third to the par 5.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Nota Begay down on 3 green to look at this putt for birdie.
And this has just got a little bit of turn in it, but you have to be careful not to overread it.
That is well judged. Straight into the cup. It's a birdie here at number 3. And that means he'll get it to 22 under par. Heading now to one of the most picturesque holes here at TPC Southwind, the 196-yard par 3 fourth. Water short left, 4 bunkers guarding the green. It's an absolute beauty. And he did not take enough club there, though fortunately it is on dry land. Now chipping up to the putting surface for this, his second shot. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. This par 4 fifth at 485 yards is a good one. Just a little bit of a dogleg to the left. You want to avoid that big tree on the right and the 2 fairway bunkers lining the left side of the fairway as well. All right, in the fairway. From the fairway, let's go to Nota.
Great chance to pick up a stroke on the field with the ball placed nicely in the fairway at the 5th. Now have a chance to attack this hole.
Eight-foot putt here. Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll stay at 22 under. You get the idea here at TPC Southwind. It twists and it turns. Here's another dogleg. This one goes to the left. And this challenges you as a player with all of these dog legs. You have to be able to work the ball both ways.
That's an absolute bomb off the tee. More importantly, right in the middle.
From the fairway, we check in with Nota.
Ball sitting nicely in the pristine Zoysia fairways, now able to take dead aim at the hole cut in the front part of the green.
was asking for it to go, and it listened. That is a really good shot. This only about 5 feet for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. He's going to move to 23 under par. Next up, the 482-yard par 4-7. Dead straight. Fairway bunker on the left. The only real trouble to avoid off the tee. We've talked about dog legs, but sometimes a par 4 can be good even if it is dead straight like this 7th hole at 482 yards. Pound your tee shot, flush the second, and maybe make it 3. If you do, you've hit some good shots.
Well, that's a good drive down the left. It would be much easier if that hole was cut on the right, but today you can see it on the left, so this shot just that much trickier.
From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
One of the toughest scoring holes on the golf course. Did a great job of avoiding all of the trouble off the tee. Now able to take advantage of this second shot going into this generous green.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%? That's right, 10%.
So a good lag putt there, Frank.
Yeah, the whole idea of a lag putt, sometimes you build with 3 or a 4 foot circle. Just try and get it inside that. Good putt.
That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll remain at 23 under par. On now to the 8th at 171 yards, a par 3. Bunkers, the main concern here. 3 of them, left, center, and right, protecting a green that tilts from back to front. A little too much spice on that one. That flies the green, and he'll be chipping out of the rough. This will test the skill set here. It's his second. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll remain right where he is. Finishing the front side with the most difficult hole on the course, the 457-yard par 4 9th. Long dogleg to the right, slightly downhill. The approach shot over a lake guarding the front of the green. The ideal drive is long and down the right side. Oh, a miss there. That is way right.
Those trees are like brick walls today. Hit that and went straight down into the rough.
So from the rough, his second at 9. Now, just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par. A 7-footer. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. Unfortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Par 4 10th at 465 yards. Another hole here at TPC. South wind that twists and turns. This one just a slight dog leg to the left. If you're one of the bigger hitters, you may want to think about a fairway wood off the tee, because that'll take that water out of play. It's going to be up the left-hand side. From the fairway. We check in with Noda.
Great angle from the fairway at the 10th, but work is not done. Got to hit a target about the size of your dinner table to get this ball close in that back hole location.
This could be a good one. It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good and even money, really, to make birdie.
Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. Will certainly help the cause. This remind you of anything? How about 17 at TPC Sawgrass? This 162-yard par 3 11th is a good one here at Southwind. A short iron, but obviously you need to be accurate. All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. A birdie putt here at the 11th.
Absolute perfect spot to putt from. Very little break, if any. You should be able to just ring this right in.
That one just going to sneak on by. So that brushed in for a par here at 11. And he'll stay right where he is. Moving on to the 406-yard par 4 12th, short dogleg to the right. Excellent driving hole with the water running along the entire right side. Fairway bunkers on the left. Well, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Oh, that is how you get to be world number one. A beautiful shot there to get it in tight. Nothing to it. It's a birdie here at 12. He will definitely not say no to that. Come to another great driving hole here at TPC Southwind, 472-yard par 4 13. Best to favor the left side of the fairway for the ideal approach to the green.
That's the beauty.
Front left hole location here as we await his second to the par 4. All the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
Next up, the tough par 3 14th set in a natural amphitheater measuring 239 yards, a full carryover water to an undulating green. This one will test you. Freedom. That is in for a birdie. Arriving now at the tree-lined 15th, 395-yard par 4 dogleg to the left. Placement of the tee shot is crucial here with an approach shot over a creek to a well-bunkered green. turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Should be able to spin this if he wants. 96 yards left for his second. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he's going to stay at minus 24. Well, now the fun begins. Finishing stretch here at TPC Southwind. This is the final par 5, the 16th at 530 yards. Absolutely, it's reachable into. You would expect to make birdie here. Eagle is absolutely a strong possibility if you hit the proper shots. You get out of here with 5 or worse, you're a little bit disappointed. Going to be watching this one intently. No fairway here. This one in that rough. 190 yards now for this second shot.
Impressive to get the power on that second shot into the par 5 and comfortably get it up here by the green. I know it's in that greenside bunker, but that is very doable.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. This from 7 feet. Poor roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And he's got it to 25 under par now. The 17th here is a long one at 505 yards. This fairway bisected by a creek running through it, and more danger lurks up near the green with 3 bunkers left and 2 more to the right. That's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Tough proposition with the second at the 17th. Hitting off a slight downhill lie to an uphill green. Got to get elevation, but you got to keep it on line.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. No problems there. That's par here at 17. He'll remain at 25 under. We end our round here at TPC Southwind with a 453-yard par 4 18th. Really picturesque finishing hole. Dogleg to the left, water on the left coming into play on those first 2 shots. And this, another fine tee shot. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Ball in the fairway on the finishing hole is a great first step, but still got to take on the water and control your distance to take advantage of that tee shot.
that's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, so that will wind up the par at the last. That is going to be a Saturday score of 66 for this third round. So a final look at the leaderboard, and this has just been a runaway so far. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From TPC Southwind in Memphis, it's the final round of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Final round of this FedEx St. Jude Classic. Our featured golfer comfortably in the top group, looking to advance to round 2 at the BMW Championship next weekend.
Rich, they look pretty solid in that position, but really, if you can take it up just one more notch, maybe even win, and this is what the playoffs are all about. You run hot, you win everything. You become the FedEx Cup champion. That's a lot of money. That's status, perhaps even in the throes of Player of the Year. So one round today is a little bit more important than maybe what it looks like just on that draw sheet. And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Yeah, this has got a good chance because we're going slightly up a hill with just a little bit of break. Makeable.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And with that, his score moves to 26 under par. Interesting hole here, the second at TPC Southwind in Memphis. Just 401 yards of par 4. Dogleg to the right with those bunkers on the left. Now, if you're feeling good, you're driving it well, maybe you take that dogleg out of play and just cut the corner. Get after it. This one started up the right side. And that's going to miss the fairway. So after the birdie at 1, he'll need to play his second at 2 from the rough.
It shouldn't be too bad where he is. He should have a decent look at the green. This is why so many players today favor distance. Good tee shot down there, nice and close to the green. Even though it's coming out of the rough, excellent chance for a birdie.
Yes, can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And that's going to move him to 27 under par. There are only 2 par 5s here at TPC Southwind, and this 554-yard third is one of those. It's straight down the pike. There is a lake, though, in the middle of the fairway that will come into play on the second shot. Certainly you can get home in 2, but you can see there's water up around the green and the bunkers on the left. So if you're not careful, you can make a pretty big number here. Oh, no. No, that is not going to be able to put on the brakes, and it will continue on into the hazard. So he'll take the drop and now go about trying to somehow save par, and this will be his third to the par 5. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Sometimes you just have to stop and admire the beauty of a hole before you even play it. And this is the case here at the 196-yard par 3 fourth. Just gorgeous. There's water short and left, and you hit it there. It's not a very pretty hole, is it? Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. Had a nice upslope to work within the bunker. Always makes it an easier shot, able to take advantage of it. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. He'll remain at 27 under. Heading now to the 485-yard par 4 fifth. Slight dogleg left. Large tree on the right can commit a play off the tee. Spectator mounds and 2 fairway bunkers line the left side of the fairway. And this breeze going to push this toward the right.
Oh, he gets a little lucky there and even bounces back into the fairway.
Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay the third.
Great chance to pick up a stroke on the field with the ball placed nicely in the fairway at the 5th. Now have a chance to attack this hole.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
This is a 13-footer. That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Coming now to the 445-yard par 4 sixth. Another dog leg. This one to the left. Large spectator mounds lining the left side of the fairway and bunkers on the right. Oh boy, that has started way left.
Well, a nice little wick off the tree. And ball's just finished in the first cut.
Second shot now from just a foot or 2 off the fairway.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still inside 40 feet. Just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
Oh, yes, indeed. The line there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. He moves to 28 under par. Next up, the 482-yard par 4 7. Dead straight. Fairway bunker on the left. The only real trouble to avoid off the tee. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
One of the toughest scoring holes on the golf course. Did a great job of avoiding all of the trouble off the tee, now able to take advantage of this second shot going into this generous green.
Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he's going to stay 28 under par. The 8th hole now at TPC Southwind, 171 yards here for this par 3. It is a fairly straightforward hole, but 3 bunkers surround this long and narrow green, ready to gobble up anything that comes their way. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie looks straight ahead. 12 feet still to go. Oh, how about a beauty there. It is in for a birdie. And he'll get that score to -29. This par 4 ninth at 457 yards is one of the toughest here at TPC Southwind. It doglegs to the right. Does go slightly downhill, but that approach is coming over the lake, guarding the front of the green. Best to be long and down that right side of the fairway here at the 9th. This one's starting a little bit right. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Well, as an old baseball announcer once said, going, going, gone, goodbye.
Way too good, I must say. That was just smashed. Sizable putt left.
Oh, there's good putt. Well done here at the 9th, as that will save par. And that will be a sizzling 31 on the front side, 4 under par. Opening the backside with the 465-yard par 4 10th. It's a slight dog leg left. For long hitters, fairway wood off the tee might be in order. That takes the water out of play.
Well, somehow, the ball's got through the other side of the tree and really hadn't lost that much yardage.
Now Noda, his second from the fairway.
160 to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Your swing didn't quite look right on that one. The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
The arm there to start the second 9. That's in for par here at 10. And that lead already insurmountable. Going to stay at 9 shots. Heading now to perhaps the most famous hole here at TPC Southwind. 162-yard par 3 11. Smaller version of the famous 17th hole, the Island Green at TPC Sawgrass. Short iron to the Island Green is the call here, avoiding that small pot bunker guarding the front edge of the green. Oh, that is just about perfect right there. Very well done. We haven't seen many closer than this all day. It's for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And the lead is now into double digits. It's an insurmountable 10-shot advantage. This is a fun driving hole here at TPC Southwind. The 12th is only 406 yards. It's a dogleg to the right. But you have that water all along the right side of the hole. The fairway bunker's on the left, so you need to keep this one dead center. Oh, that is right, and that may be gone. No land over there. It's into the water, right of this 12th fairway. Okay, so the drop taken, and that will set up what's going to be his third now to this par 4. Uh-oh. We started off playing a game of golf, but now we're just flat out deep sea fishing here. This is bizarre. All right, so drop taken, that will bring up a 5th shot on the way. Now, there's another ball into the drink. That's number 3 on this hole alone. So at least the golf bag's going to be a little lighter going forward. But I think it's time to move on. What's really challenging about TPC Southwind is that on some holes you need to favor the right side. Others, like this, the 472-yard par 4 13th, you're better off on the left side. So you really need to be able to maneuver your golf ball and have control of it the whole way. You're going to make a good score here at TPC Southwind. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And this lead, looking oh so comfortable at this point. It remains at 7. Well, here we are at 14, and this is a hard hole, this par 3. It's 239 yards. It is a full carry over the water to that undulating green. You absolutely have to have your best shot right here. Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round will win the day. This from about 10 feet. Now, that's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie. And this lead continues to widen. It is just a procession now, as the difference is 8 shots at the top of this leaderboard. This 15th hole at 395 yards is not overly long, but there's plenty that catches your eye. Obviously, it's tree line, and then it moves to the left with that dog leg. So you have to put your shot in the right spot, and then that approach shot, when you're coming over a creek, and you can see all those bunkers guarding the green. This is a hole that demands clear thinking and accurate play. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Great chance to take advantage of the short 15th, left with a very short approach shot, but got to be mindful not to get too much spin because it will come off into the creek.
And that one going to be okay, although it does finish just off the green. Where all the elements of his game have been in sync today, a terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
Okay, safely in for his par. And pars to the clubhouse will do nicely as this remains a giant 8-stroke cushion. We begin our finishing stretch with the second and final par 5 at TPC Southwind, 530-yard, 16th hole. It is gettable in 2. Expect birdie here, and an eagle is definitely in the cards.
Somehow that ball went through the trees. Actually, it didn't scrub too much speed off it. It's going to be all right.
From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Big tee shot off the tee at 16. Now have to try and squeeze the ball into a very narrow section of the front part of this green to get an eagle putt.
Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Well played there. A birdie here at 16 will certainly help the cause. The 17th is a beast at a full 505 yards. Just about everyone will wind up short of the creek with their drives, but there is water there to keep you honest. Then what's required is a long, accurate approach into this green that's surrounded by a total of 5 bunkers left and right.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
And set for a second shot here at 17. Let's see if he can finish with a good one. This ball in the rough, but a pretty good lie. From the rough into the bunker, or the frying pan into the fire. Sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Well, we've seen through the years with tournaments here at TPC Southwind that a lot can happen here at this par 4 18. It's pretty to look at, it's harder to play, and you can make a mess if you're not careful and walk away really disappointed because of all that water that comes into play on not only the drive, but on the second shot. Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot to just about seal it. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Ball in the fairway on the finishing hole is a great first step, but still got to take on the water and control your distance to take advantage of that tee shot.
Well, no surprise. We've already seen some great iron shots this week, but that is another one.
And there you go, moving on in the playoff with a victory here in Memphis. Woo, Frank, they were a freight train out here this week, running away with the title. It wasn't even a contest.
No, really, they're all playing for second, and we could see why, too. They just wouldn't put a foot wrong. It was a great performance.
So, for Frank Navalo, Noda Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time